everyone. This is Swarmlord 39 from Almost Cool. Today, with me are Diarmuid
Hey, and I know I spelled that wrong.
and mathjazz.
Hello.
Can't believe I spelled Jeopardy wrong.
Well, so today we are playing a multiplayer game of Stellaris. So we have
Yay.
we've done a couple practice rounds here and there. We all have the basics down, more or less. And it is the 1.2 update, meaning that, and it hasn't been that long since that update came out. So there are a few things here and there that even me, the one who found the game and played it the longest, still have yet to discover. So we are both experienced and non-experienced in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and click start. Do we want to go over anything before we actually fully start? Like, do we want to explain like any of our governments?
Yeah, you go first.
Alrighty, so as those who can actually see my screen might be able to tell, I am a fanatic xenophile spiritualist, and I have the divine mandate government. So I have a theocratic monarchy, so to speak, and I very much love other empires.
What kind of traits do you have?
I have the charismatic and communal traits, so I get an extra happiness increase, and other species near that are interacting with mine get an extra happiness boost as well.
That's cool. I'll go next. So, I have my species is called the Mengeti. They are an indirect democracy, so every 10 years they have an election and they pick someone to rule them. They have wormhole travel. Their ethics are individualist and fanatic materialist, so they produce more research, and they hate slavery. But they get more energy credits because they hate slavery. They are intelligent, so they get extra research. They are natural physicists, so they get extra physics research. They're quick learners, so their leaders level up faster. They are non-adaptive, and they like tundras.
Okay, that's a pretty science geared set.
Oh yeah, I love researching stuff. I build up research so fast.
I can tell. Diarmuid, you want to go over yours?
Yeah, my species is called the Tenchi, which is Japanese for angel. Yeah, I went with a minor theme for this. I probably end up changing again later, but whatever. My basic ethics are collectivist, meaning I have a 100% slavery tolerance and minus 5% food consumption, which is nice. My species is a bit of a xenophobe. They like going rivalry. They like doing rivalries essentially, and they're militarist, which means yay, I'm pretty good at fighting, and they get happiness from fighting, which is always nice. They're a military dictatorship, meaning that naval capacity is up by 10% automatically, and ship cost is minus 10%, and I get additional plus 25% for rivalry influence, which is quite nice.
Yeah, you're also since yours is a military dictatorship, yours is I think the most unique of the monarchy style ones, or autocracy or whatever it's named, because isn't that's the dictatorship, but you vote in your ruler whenever the previous ruler dies.
I believe so. Yeah, next election only on ruler death.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's admirals or generals or if it's both that are the options, because I'm pretty sure it's military leaders. Anyway, what about like your species traits?
Remind me, where can I look that up?
Oh, you already hit the begin little thing at the bottom, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Alrighty, so go to.
Okay.
You can go to contacts and then go to your species, and it'll show you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my species are intelligent, just like math jazz's. I'm not going to worry about explaining it. They're decadent because so their resource output without slaves is at minus 10%. They're slow breeders.
Mm-hmm.
They are resilient. Garrison health at plus 100%, and fortification defense bonus is 50%.
Nice.
And they have Arctic preference.
Alrighty. So yeah, we have a pretty decent mixture of. I'm gonna go ahead and start picking my researches. Let me, guys. So, anything else we want to go over before we unpause the game?
Other than just picking our stuff really quick, I can't think of anything.
Alrighty, I'm good. Let me guys know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I will be in a few seconds.
Oh yeah, hey, where are you people in the galaxy?
Well, we're gonna be relatively close.
So
Can you guys see the Caribbean Nebula?
No, wait.
Caribbean Nebula is towards the top of is on the top right of the galaxy.
Harbin Nebula?
Caribbean Nebula, that thing, however you pronounce it.
Yeah. You see that little strait that's just a little south of that point? There's just a line that's a little south of there. That's between the two spirals.
I see no line. Are you the only one that's using hyperspace?
I use hyperspace, yes.
Then we don't see the line because we're both wormhole.
Anyway,
both suck.
I am between the Haraban Nebula and the Wimmer Drift.
Okay, so
I'm just a little south of the Haraban Nebula.
Okay.
Same. I'm also just south of it. A little and slightly to the right.
So between the Haraban Nebula and the Shadow Nebula.
Right area, but I'm not on the same arm as either of the nebulas there. So.
Okay, so we're all on that same arm. The arm connects to the galactic center on the south side.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all on the same arm.
All right.
Okay, I have set up my researches. I have set up some what's the word I wanted to use? Drawing a blank now. I hate that. Whatever. I set up my policies. Encourage free thought and engineering research grants, and I have set my science ship to automatically start serving the system. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. So let's go ahead. Alrighty.
Yay!
Ooh.
This is gonna be a long game.
Oh yeah, that's why we're breaking up. Matt, did you set up the timer?
I did.
Okay, good.
Although
yeah, so we're gonna.
I didn't start it right when we started, so I'm just gonna tell us to stop when we hit 20 minutes.
Fine. Alrighty, so I've got the heir in my throne. I've got my heir to the throne. Although my first leader is going to have an extra 25 years of living, my leader might outlive the heir.
How's that? The tech that you have?
No, because my leader currently has a my leader has a plus 25 year life, and the heir is only 9 years younger than my current leader. So theoretically, my leader might outlive the heir to my empire.
That's pretty funny.
But also, I have a straight 10% bonus because of my leader. A straight 10% happiness bonus. That's an awesome way to start off. Oh, God. No, that's a... Yeah,
oh
let's
no,
just...
that asteroid did not have any resources for me. That's sad.
Yeah, I noticed if you leave it as a random home system, or actually, I'm not even sure if it's even just if it's a random home system, but I've noticed
I found
that...
aliens.
Already?
Or aliens found me.
Holy crap.
Hostile?
Investigate Alpha Menace.
Right, because you're a xenophobe. You label other.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Also, if you depending on your first contact policy, you might attack them on sight.
Probably. I have no idea who it is, so we'll find out.
Alrighty. Um, the usual slow start. Yeah, but as I was saying before, that shift that totally shifted. As I was saying before that little interruption happened. Home systems when you start off with a random home system, the amount of resources you get in your home system tend to vary. On a single player, I actually started earlier today. I had like 8 minerals in my home system, plus some energy and some engineering research.
That's great.
Yeah, whereas in my current home system, I have zips so far.
I
have 2
have
energy. I have 4 energy so far.
Of course, I've still got 3 planets to look through. So,
I think it's pretty interesting that there's actually a planet here called Jackson's Planet. Like it was the game developer's name. They're like, okay, I'm just going to post my name to this planet.
it might have been something like that.
Yeah, I would probably do it too, but still.
Still nothing. Wow, I only have 2 more things left to survey, and I have yet to find a single thing.
Oh, that's awful.
That is an awful start. Wow. I might have to gear up my home system immensely just for production purposes. Because holy crap, that's
Disappointing.
ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I've got a tiny frozen moon in orbit of a gas giant, and the gas giant itself. That's all I have left to survey.
I still have 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4. I still have 5 planets. I still have 5 places left to scan through.
Yeah, I had like 8 total things in my to scan in my home system, which are barren world, frozen world, molten world. Although I have like every type of world here so far.
Any colonizable ones?
I don't think you ever get those in your home system.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've only played one game other than this. Well,
I actually got something in my home system. 2 energy.
Yeah.
energy is
energy
nice.
doesn't hate.
Energy is the most important, I think.
They're all important. It's just they're just different levels of importance.
I think that influence is most important, and then energy is next. And minerals are easy.
Well, yeah, minerals are probably the easiest to make. Although they're also the ones you use the most, so I have 5 energy in my home system. I'm not sure how this tiny little frozen world manages to produce more energy than the gas giant it's orbiting.
That is a weird thing, isn't it?
Okay. Well, big thing is that I hope I can find some minerals inside my area of influence at the moment, because I'm gonna need it.
I should have built another science ship. I built a construction ship.
I usually hold off early on, especially with the wormhole guys, because they generally don't need it until they start expanding with their with the wormhole stations. So for any of you guys who are watching and haven't heard of Stellaris, I guess we can go a bit over the. There are 3 different ways that you travel around the galaxy, or that you can choose to travel around the galaxy in the early game. Hyperspace, warp drives, and wormhole drives. So hyperdrives are relatively fast and can activate from anywhere inside a star's gravity well. In return, they can only follow preset lines, and you can only see those lines if you either are hyperdrive race, or you get a rare technology called hyperlane mapping. Warp drives are are the most freedom. They don't have any limitations on where they can go short of the range of the ship, which moves with the ship itself. The downside is that it's the slowest of all the drives. It has a warm-up period. It has to travel to a star period that's slower than any other, and once it gets there, it has a cooldown time as well. Then there's wormhole. Then there's the wormhole drives. They require wormhole stations, like for those of you watching my recording, or mathjazz at some point, you'll notice the little space station at the edge of our home systems. That is a wormhole station, and they have a set amount of range that you can travel in. So anywhere within that territory, anywhere within that range, you can jump to or from a. You can jump anywhere to or from that wormhole station within its radius. You must jump to or from a wormhole, and the jump time is a little longer than the other two drives. However, there is no travel time between the systems. So anywhere within the wormhole station's area, it is traveled in the same amount of time.
And if you have more wormhole stations, then you can put more ships through. So.
Hey, I found another habitable planet for me already.
Lucky you.
System survey complete.
Or at least looks like it's habitable. Yeah, it's habitable.
That I can colonize is 15, so not much better.
Yeah. I've already started my slave labor force.
You're an awful person.
Hey, the first race I made up were fanatic collectivists, so they were even worse.
I get better, but I get slightly higher stuff if I do the enslaving thing. So
yeah, because you chose decadent.
Mm-hmm.
I could enslave people. I don't have any preference to or against it, but generally speaking, considering I'm a xenophile, that might not be the best idea. I mean, my species enjoys learning about others and all this crap. I mean, heck, if I ever end up with aliens on the same planet as my species, I get a happiness. So, oh, finally found some minerals that I can mine. Holy crap! That took forever.
I have a hostile fleet a hijacked fleet in my area.
What?
I have a hijacked fleet in my area.
Oh dear, is it hostile neutral or is it
hostile? It's only 71 power. I should be able to beat it.
Oh, that's those might be the space cows.
Nope.
No, are they crystals?
Nope, they're straight up. They're actual ships.
Huh.
And they actually flew into my home system, so
that's odd. That sounds like it's a military fleet from an empire.
Don't know what to say. It was a hijacked fleet.
I encountered some aliens that were just passing through in the previous game I played.
Oh, there are a lot of neutrals, aka groups that aren't actually empires, out there. The space cows I mentioned, those are complete neutrals. You never have to worry about those. There's also a group known as the space nomads, which may or may not appear, and they're neutral unless you screw with them. So, and then of course there are just the other empires. I'm randomly jumping to some other. I'm randomly sending these guys out. Oh, hey! I found a 22-sized ocean world just by randomly jumping my military fleet out into the middle of nowhere.
That's cool.
I can't believe I got that lucky. I mean, seriously, they landed in the system with the planet. There's also a 10-sized tundra world there, but meh.
But you're gonna take it.
Well, it's a size 22 ocean world. Why wouldn't I take it?
Well,
yeah.
because I can live in the tundra world that's in the system.
Which is a size 10. You get a size 10, or I get a size 22. Plus, also, aren't we pretty sure that Diarmuid's in between the two of us?
Probably.
You're closer to the Windmar Drift, so chances are this is somewhere in either near him or me. This is closer to him than to you.
Situation log updated.
Oh yeah. So there's also something I forgot that we didn't mention way back about the different government types and what the difference is, and why they're like what the strengths of each group are. There's like the three groups. There's democracy, oligarchies, and autocracies, or whatever. So autocracies can build a special building, special ship, a special something per individual ruler. So those are usually extra powerful, and only those autocracies can get them. But as I said, they can get it once per ruler, and the fact that you don't have to worry about a changing ruler. Oligarchies change a very short amount, take a long time between change, but but not per like individual lifespan. So they give straight up overall boosts to your empire. Like, for example, one might give a straight up 10%, straight 10% research.
Anomaly found.
They might give a straight 10% research, or might give a bonus to decrease in construction costs, that sort of thing. And then on the democracy side, democracy is constantly changing rulers, but each ruler has something called a mandate, which, when that mandate is fulfilled, you get bonus influence. And the fact that you have the ability to change rulers rapidly means that you can actually get rulers with bonuses that reflect what you need at the time. So, like, as I said, I have a 10% happiness bonus, but that's not very good early on. In later game, that might have been a fantastic trait for a leader to have, but it's not worth it very much now. But I can't change my ruler. My ruler will only change when my ruler dies. So you might say so. It might be considered a waste. Whereas math, say you have a ruler that has a really good later game trait, you can actually try to get a different ruler elected, which might have a better early game trait. So and then of course each specific government type has their own bonuses. Like as Diarmuid said, he gets extra military buffs since he's a military autocracy. I get better better edicts and ethnic divergence, since I'm a theocratic autocracy,
System survey complete.
and just things like that. So yeah. Just a little factoid for those who don't know, or little fact spiel. Also, a heads up for the viewers: these early videos are probably going to be very slow compared to late game. There's not a lot of fighting. There's mostly researching and expanding, and in order to expand, there's going to be waiting for resources. So yeah.
Yeah. Probably good idea to give him that warning just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm encountering a lot of alpha hostiles.
Oh. Be right back. Just a moment.
Special project complete.
Just shutting the door because I need to make a recording sign because not my roommates know.
Might be a good idea to take a piece of paper and go, recording in session, please go away.
At least a quiet sign or something. Just
silence in the library.
Situation.
Anybody who's a Whovian out there, you'll get the reference.
So I found an anomaly, but I haven't decided to send a guy to get it yet because I have a 30% failure risk.
I found one with a 50% failure risk.
Holy crap! And suddenly I have all the little things. So I found aliens. Ooh, that's a space cloud.
Research complete.
That was a space cloud. That was a space cloud. And unfortunately, I can't do jack about the space cloud yet because my fleet is suck. I've gotten individual corvettes late game that are stronger than my current fleet. Which is really sad. And more hostiles. Great. Space amoebas. Which are probably one of the worst groups to encounter. Ugh. So, yay! I have encountered, out of the 4 systems currently within my territory, 2 of them are plagued by aliens that I cannot get past at the moment. Oh, hey, I found another 22 ocean worlds?
Special project complete.
Holy crap! And it's literally right next door to the other 22. Which means if I get one, I'm getting both. That is awesome. You see, I was gonna see how many more months was left before I discovered, before I was able to get colony ships, but currently investigating the aliens, which won't be done for a couple of months. Ugh. Oh yeah, something new in the 1.2 update. I don't know if you know Diarmuid, but I'm guessing Math knows because he was just playing a game. Colonizing planets now costs influence.
Yes, it's awful.
So influence is no longer just for leaders and edicts and frontier outposts. It's now
awful.
also. Yeah, but now it makes sense in a certain way. It's like you're saying you have enough political clout to say, "Oh, look, this is this planet here. I'm going to take this planet." If you don't have a lot of political clout, you can't. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it is time to wrap up this episode.
Oh. Okay.
Well, all right then.
Alrighty. So, are we gonna do a...
Yeah, that's you, because this is
Right.
your video.
Right. It's been a while since I've done this part. Oh, someone popped it. Okay, well, so thank you guys for watching this episode of Stellaris. We'll keep you updated as this goes along, and hopefully you enjoyed it.